Okay, so this is Duke, 9-year-old, big blue pit bull. He's here from San Diego. This is my first working session with him, just long line work. Duke has had training in the past. They've worked with a behaviorist, and he's still presenting with a lot of issues. The thing that strictly behaviorists do, is they address the behavior. They don't address the why. He does this behavior, and then they're going to say this is what you do when he presents that behavior, instead of understanding why. So they Duke, good boy. They keep him on a pretty short leash, and so like every dog, I starting him with a long line when he comes in. Why? Because this dog needs to unwind. He needs some freedom. He has a very high prey drive. Duke, let's go. Very high prey drive. So right there, you see prey drive. He's seeing movement across the street. I'm just going to allow it. They don't allow this to happen. They correct it. He's been corrected a lot for this. They see, and this starts to worry the behaviors. This starts to worry the owners. Good boy. Instead of allowing him to experience and come out of it. So I'm just letting him unwind. Like I said, going back to his prey drive, very high prey drive. When he got dropped off, Dad was worried. He had him on a short leash. He said, I keep him on this side and very, very short leash. I mean, down almost to the collar. I keep him on my right side so that he has to look around me to see you. I'm like, I'm looking at Duke. He's in the car, and then he's outside the gate, and I'm looking at him like, this dog doesn't really give two shits about me. So a lot of miscommunication, a lot of misunderstanding. Let's go, bud. Let's go. So I'm going to help them get to know their dog for real, and overcome their own fears of their dog. From what I see so far, not even 24 hours, about 12 hours he's been here. Duke is low defensive drive, high flight behavior. Let's go. He's going into flight. He wants to go back into the yard. I mean, that's it right there. He doesn't want to be near me. I'm unfamiliar and new. He's wanting to go into the yard. So when he got here and I let him into the backyard, had the dad leave. I got some video of it. He wanted nothing to do with me. All he did, he immediately put his nose in the grass and started smelling. Boom, smelling. Then he peed. It was all prey drive, and then he would start to go into defensive flight. He'd be at the gate looking where Dad went. Let's go, Duke. Good boy. And so it was about a half an hour of just back and forth, prey drive and defensive flight. I was out there with him, stood there. He came, walked right by me, brushed up against me, didn't smell me, didn't want anything to do with me. Let's go. So I'm just letting him unwind. If he wants to smell things, he can smell things. If he has freedom, so that he probably hasn't had much of. So I'm going to start to show him trust first. As with everything I do, when I start the relationship with Duke here, with all dogs, I am going to show him what he can expect of me first, before I start expecting things of him. Where you go wrong with your dog, and why you get frustrated with your dog, is because you expect things of them when they don't really know. You've shown them that they can expect you to be inconsistent, perhaps a little bit emotional, perhaps a little bit weak. You have shown them over time living with them that, and this goes for Duke, this goes for any dog out there that you're struggling with, you have shown them that you are not a leader, that you can be inconsistent, that you can be maybe sometimes unfair, that you can be frustrated, that emotional, weak. So instead, Start to show them what they can expect of you. Consistency, clear communication, fairness, patience. Let's go. Right? So when we start to show the dog what they can expect of us, they begin to trust you. Oh, let's go. So we're going to keep this session to about 10 minutes. And I'm just letting him be. I'm giving him a little bit of let's go here, but he's going into flight. He's wanting to go back into the yard. I'm going to bring him out of it. Let's go. Duke, come on, bud. Let's go. So he's going to learn pressure here. He's learning pressure. Good job, bud. He actually knows what pressure is, but just how to turn pressure on, how to turn pressure off, how to release it. Good job, bud. Let's go. So if he's with me, I just take up the slack on the long line. But it's loose. I'm not forcing him to stay with me. Let's go. So in addition to high prey drive that I've seen so far in 12 hours, Duke also has a high pack drive. Let's go, bud. He let me leash him, no problem. Very polite, calm when I leashed him. A little bit submissive, I would say, but we'll work on that. Good job, bud. Let's go. All right. So that's pack drive right there. So now you see the proximity. Now he's a little more in pack drive. Let's go. So I'm showing him what he can expect of me. I'm going to give you room. If you want to go away, go away. Duke, let's go. But you can't just go full escape. You can't just go full flight. I'm going to ask you to stay a little bit uncomfortable. He's trying to seek maximal comfort, which is to get back into the yard. I'm saying let's be a little uncomfortable, bud. I don't need you right next to me. I'm not going to force you to be right next to me. But I am going to ask that you stay within 30 feet. Let's go. Right? So I am going to ask that. I am going to ask a little bit of discomfort. That's how we grow. When we do things that are a little uncomfortable, we grow. We lean into things that are uncomfortable. When your dog is shaking and nervous or reacting to something, they're uncomfortable with the situation. If we avoid it next time, or we avoid it that time, and we don't work through it with them, they don't grow. They just stay fragile like that. They stay weak. They stay insecure. And if we don't know what to do, okay, then you need to hire somebody. Find the answers. Let's go, bud. You know. So this is part of the process. Just letting him unwind out here in the driveway. It's actually fairly nice right now for July in Arizona. It's not too bad. Good job, bud. I'm not putting a ton of pressure on him. I'm not asking a lot. I'm not trying to pet him. I'm not trying to be his friend. I'm moving this way. Consistency. What can he expect of me? I'm going to be doing the same thing. I'm moving back and forth, up and down the driveway. When he goes into flight that way, let's go, Duke. I communicate. Let's go, bud. Let's go. Come on, you got that. Let's go. Good boy. I communicate, and I am consistent and stable. So he can track that. He can follow that. I'm not going where he's going. I'm not even going away from where he's going. This is what he can expect of me. Consistency, predictability. Those two things represent safety to a dog, to anybody. Safety and security. Why do so many people work a 9-to-5 job instead of become an entrepreneur and work for themselves? A lot of reasons, because it's safe, it's predictable. That's security. Right? Some people who have ideas and never venture out and do it because there's risk involved. It's not predictable. You don't know when. I have my own business. I am an entrepreneur. I have a lot of things going. I don't get a paycheck every 2 weeks. I don't clock in. I don't clock out. Let's go. Let's go. The only predictability in my profession is the fact that there are the 65% of American households have at least one dog, and they all need some kind of training. Now, not all of them need me, and I don't want to work with all of them, but that's about as much predictability as I have, is the market. So I am just providing Duke. Let's go, bud. Come on. This predictability, this pattern. I'm doing the same thing. I'm not deviating. I'm not following him when he wants to go somewhere. I'm just up and down the driveway. He's got 30 feet to move around. Let's go, bud. He's going into flight. He can say, nope, I don't want to do that. I want to go back in here because this feels safer. This feels more comfortable than being out there with you. Let's go. Let's go, bud. Good. I'm patient when he turns. If he's acknowledged, I'm going to stop, allow him to start moving towards me, then I start moving again. Very, very low pressure. Good job, bud. Let's go. I'm so excited for his family. I'm so excited for Duke. I spent a lot of time with them on the phone. You know, they love this guy. They want to give him the best, you know, twilight years of his life, and we're going to do that. I am, after having this guy here now 12 hours, talking with his parents, man, I am so excited for this project. So excited for this case. I know what's on the other side for them. Let's go, bud. I know it, and I am pumped. He's a great dog. He's got good energy. He's got some separation anxiety. He barked quite a while in his kennel last night, but guess what? He eventually went to sleep, just like all babies do when they throw temper tantrums. He barked just a little bit this morning after his potty break. Good job, bud. That's prey drive. He sees across the street. There's a gate over there that makes a squeaking noise, and cars come in and out. Let's go. So I just switched him there. Prey drive, pack drive. Now he's going to go back into a little bit defensive flight. Yep. So yeah, I'm excited for this project. Excited for his family. You know, big things for him. They're going to be able to take him out and enjoy him. You know, so now there's a person there at the gate punching in the code to the gate. They're outside their car. So he's in prey drive right now. Very high prey drive dog. That's what the behaviorists miss that they work with, is that's a root cause of his reactivity. They haven't been able to get his prey drive under control. Let's go. They haven't been, and his prey drive's probably grossly unfulfilled as well. So you got a dog with a high prey drive. We're not fulfilling it, and we're trying to correct or suppress it. No wonder. No wonder he's here. I'm glad he is, and his parents are glad they are, but it all makes sense. You know, I think their behaviors from talking with them did a lot of good things, and it taught them a lot of valuable things and concepts. But he, like most behaviorists, I would say, missed the root. He missed the psychology. He missed the cognitive processing. He missed the emotional processing. He missed the why. Let's go. Luke, let's go, bud. Good job. If you hear my tone, it's very flat. I'm not getting him all excited and come on, bud. We're not there yet. I have a role to play. I need to be calm, confident leader for this dog. I need to provide safety and security and stability for him. Not fun and games, not get him overexcited. Not yet. All right. Good job, bud. Let's go. Man, so pumped for this project. You know, I don't always start a dog this early, like 12 hours. And I told his dad, I said it might not be a lot of work. The first 72, might just let him decompress. But I don't know. Last night and this morning, like he's got a high pack drive, so I was like, let's get out and work. Pack drive is a dog's coachability, their willingness to work with us, to learn, to follow. That's pack drive. He's showing me strong pack drive, so let's use it. Let's go, bud. So he's shown me high prey drive, high pack drive, low defense, high flight behavior. Man, that is a workable dog all day. This dog got so much potential. Let's go, bud. So this leash is loose. If he wants to go that way, he can go that way. I'm still just walking back and forth. Let's go, Duke. Let's go. Good boy. So I'm giving him a little bit of pressure so he stays a little away from flight. Just comes this way. But you can see he's getting ahead of my pattern. He starts turning right there to go back into flight. He still wants to go over there. So right now, his defensive drive is more intense than his pack drive. Let's go. And that's normal. He doesn't know me, doesn't trust me. He feels safer and more secure in the backyard than out here with me. Traffic, driveway, someone he doesn't know or trust quite yet. Right, bud? Come on. And I don't expect him to come when I say come on. I'm learning him. I'm seeing what he responds to, how he responds. Let's go. Duke. Good. He didn't go into flight that time. Let's go. We're gonna do one more pass here and take him in, let him go potty, get a little drink. Hey, good job, bud. Get a little drink and nap time. Right, bud? Come on, bud. Good job. There we go. This is a great note to end on. Let's go, bud. Look at this leash. That's pack drive now. It's a great note to end on. Come on, bud. Come on, dude. Good boy. Good boy. Let's see if he'll come into me here. Good job, bud. Good job. Yeah. Pack drive. We end on a good note. That means our next session, he's going to be packed in sooner and more often. Good job, bud. Look at that. Beautiful. Very happy with that. I'm gonna take it a step further. Let's go, bud. Come on. See how much he wants to follow. Come on. Duke. Going in a little bit of flight, so I'll switch it up. I'll bring him back. Duke. There we go. No pressure on the leash. He turned on his own. Pack drive. Let's go, bud. Good job. So this is where I'm going to end it. I'm going to bring him in. Come on, bud. Get him some water. Good job. All right. Nice. Beautiful. Beautiful. Beautiful way to end it.